but I need to know the temperature on Milwaukee and if they are the next city that's about to be running hip-hop, because I thought it was Philly's turn, but maybe I'm chatting. I talked about the city a little bit ago. I had a really good experience there, and y'all let me know in the comments section if there's any Milwaukee rappers I should check out. We're going to be looking at the story of Guapo Chapo, and yeah, let's get down with it.
5 shot, 1 dead, and tonight a neighborhood is grieving after one of the worst Milwaukee shooting incidents this year.
Yeah, body droppers, man, for real, how many beaters, man? Holla at us, man. You know, you heard them. How many beaters?
Welcome back to another episode of True Street TV, where we cover everything street related. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell, and let's get right into it. Today's story brings us back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, specifically the north side. As we know, Milwaukee produces hustlers and gangsters from every side of the city, but the north side is known for being the most gutted and dangerous in the city.
If you was on the north side, that's really the trenches over there, so it's kind of a little rougher. Like, you'll be like, man, they're a little rougher on that end of town.
That brings us to the man we're here to talk about today. 29-year-old Guapo Chapo, the Milwaukee native, hails from the north side hood off 12th and Atkinson, home to Swindle Gang. Located in the Arlington Heights neighborhood, Milwaukee is a very segregated city, and this neighborhood is an extreme example of that, with over 90% of the residents in Arlington Heights being African American. It's also a very low-income neighborhood. Arlington Heights itself didn't make the top 10 most dangerous neighborhoods in Milwaukee, but it is placed right in the middle of the most dangerous hoods in the Mills, such as Franklin Heights and the North Division. But if you let anybody from Atkinson tell you it is the most dangerous hood in the Mill, which it actually may be, Chapo was well known in this hood, being active in the streets since a young kid, and like many youth growing up in these dangerous neighborhoods, Chop didn't exactly have a chance at a normal life. Guapo is one of the pioneers of the Milwaukee sound, as he was one of the first rappers rapping like this in the Mill. He began rapping around 12 years old and dropped his first song with Munch Lauren and Bankhead in 2011. Called Hold On Wait. They also released Male Jayer, which Chapo made the beat for it. Today you would call that kind of beat a low end beat. Put your right hand up and then your left hand next, and then you swing both hips and do the low end. But Chapo was making those beats as far back as 2011, before the term low end was even used in Milwaukee like that. Chapo's older brother is a well-known Milwaukee rapper named Looney.
Alright, my bad to interject, Chapo. Wait, so a low end type beat. Because I got a I never heard of that. I got a homie in Detroit, and he said that like, y'all Milwaukee niggas was fucking jacking the sound, like, yo, took that shit like when a bank robber put a fucking gun in the fucking teller's face. Like, yeah, bro, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Like, I mean, like, hearing that shit, that don't sound like the the Detroit type beats, like the Asada Baby, I Swear Vezo, the dun, like that kind of sound a little bit different, bro. Like, that's the one thing I love about, like, when I get exposed to more like underground artists, especially from the Midwest scene. Like, there's some like motherfuckers in St. Louis, and like, the sound, it sounds similar to some things, but it also has like its own spin to it. But I'm chatting. I fucked with the Milwaukee sound. I really want y'all to have in the comments if anybody's from Milwaukee, and let me know some other rappers I should check out, because I feel like y'all potentially could be, if not next, y'all could be one of the next cities really running rock. But let me know if I'm wrong.
Baby. This duo was well known on the north side, Chop known particularly for robbing in his teenage years. Anybody walking down Atkinson was subject to pay dues. This will backfire on Chapo, as it was a Saturday, September 29, 2012, when a group of young men from Chicago were on Atkinson and would catch Chop by himself and run his pockets, not knowing they were in the heart of this young man's hood. Chop was around 17 at this time and Looney was 19. Guapo would return home and tell his older brother Looney what had just happened. The unsuspecting group of men were at Atkinson Park playing basketball, not realizing they just made a huge mistake. Around 7 p.m., a group of men would walk up to the park and begin shooting at the crowd. 5 people were hit by the gunfire, and 22-year-old Alexander Cross was pronounced dead shortly after.
News from Milwaukee, where 5 people have been shot in a county park.
This happened at Atkinson Park, which is at 9th and Atkinson.
It was just before 7 o'clock this evening when he and a group of some other people were playing basketball here, when one man fired into the crowd, and we're told by Milwaukee police at least 20 bullets or casings were found at the scene.
Looney.
God damn, 20. Yo, y'all remember what that nigga R.I.P. Duel said? He was like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, anything more than 3 bullets, that nigga was overcooked. Like, god damn, y'all let me know the temperature on this.
Would be arrested a few months after for this murder, being identified by a witness. Looney would say nothing to the police and take the case to trial. The star witness wouldn't show up and the prosecutor's case would quickly fall apart. Looney's lawyer would motion for a mistrial, which was granted by the judge. The DA, now knowing he wasn't going to be able to convict Looney of murder, would offer him a deal, including time served with a substantial battery charge, which he accepted in 2014. Chapo would release his first video when he collabed with T Glazed to drop Shooters in August of 2016.
Cause I got 5 phones on me and they all sloppy. 20 deep at the mall and we all cash.
T is known as the biggest videographer in Milwaukee by far. If you go back to his earliest videos, Chop was the first music videos that he dropped that went crazy in the mill, especially Pressure, which he collabed with Chicken P on. This song was huge in the city and Chicken's first song. They would drop Weed on Disc back in February of 2017, which was also making huge waves in the mill.
Say beef with Chicken, then he beef with me.
Guapo deserves a lot of credit for not only influencing Chicken to rap, but also influencing the Milwaukee sound and the whole rap style heavily. He will go to jail shortly after this song and serve around a year for a high speed, getting out early 2018 and going straight to work. Chop would start the year off strong, dropping 32 bars, which sits at almost 500,000 views today. He would then, not even 2 weeks later, release All Racks with his older brother Looney. This was a huge song at the time and sits at almost 2 million views today. He would also collab on a song with Babyface Ray around the same time. Chapo collabed with many artists outside the mill, such as Rio the Young OG, which we just did a video on Rio. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'd advise you to go check it out. He also has features with other Detroit artists like Skilla Baby, Peasy, and V's. He also has a feature with Tech, and he was also locked in with Wife and Lucci, and is still locked in with the Wife and Camp to this day.
Shit, Lucci and Looney, they got a video dropping, right? Like what? How that shit come about?
Been fuck with Lucci for almost a year now.
Yeah.
But see, you know, I called him one day like, man, let's do a tape together. Me, you, and my brother, woo woo. Throw a nigga in the game type shit.
Yeah. Chop would also drop a song.
Dang, bro, I be hearing niggas in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Yo, they'll be fucking explaining some shit like, you know, like if you was like telling like a to B, C story, how like ABC just telling like the chronological events or whatever. Yo, these niggas, they'll be like, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I was posted up with old boy, you know what I'm saying? And then we seen them fucking folks, you know, it was time, you know, once we spotted the other side and woo woo. Like, I'll be like, wait, I go, nigga, are you speaking like French or something? I don't understand. Like, yo, what does that mean? Like, is woo woo just like filler terms? Like, yo, do woo woo mean you kill somebody? Like, let me know in the fucking comments, bro, because I be hearing street niggas say that all the time. Like, man, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Yo, we went to Walmart and woo woo. I'll be like, Nick, what, did you robbed the place or something? Like, let me know in the comments, bro. Like, where did this shit come from? Did woo woo originate in Milwaukee?
On with Jig in September of 2018. 2019 also had its share of big songs such as Raise the Prices and Bum Bum. His brother Looney would drop Drill in 2019, and a year later King Von would hop on the remix in 2020. Chapo and Looney were really in the streets their whole life, going in and out of jail. They would get raided by HIDA at the end of the year. HIDA is a drug task force well known in Milwaukee for going after all drug dealers. HIDA would raid their apartment, finding almost $60,000 in cash, guns, and drugs. Chop would duck these charges as he had a $40,000 lawyer, but Looney would cop out to 7 years in prison, and he'll be out in a few years. Chop is still dropping music to this day, and dropped a song in 2021 called Started This Shit, which he says in the beginning of many of his songs because he really is one of the pioneers of the Milwaukee music, and he did start this shit.
Chop, man, you understand me? I started this shit, man, y'all know that shit, man.
He also has a mixtape coming in October, so be on the lookout for that. If you enjoy this kind of content, hit that like, subscribe button as it really helps the channel. Also,
Guapo Chapo. Yeah, I'm finna do like a whole. I low key, probably not at this exact second, but I gotta get a little more information because I want like to do like a whole like Milwaukee like music recap. You know, like see what y'all niggas up to. You know what I'm saying? Because I did like I spun the city, bro. Like you know I don't remember what the street was. I was talking about it in one of my other videos. Like I'll leave it in the link in the bio. But I was talking about how I was at the Target up there and shit, and how we like picked up from this old head, and like this nigga pulled up and he was like blasting Flashlight by Parliament. Like it was crazy, but. Anyway, yeah, he was all talking about, he was like, yeah, bro, I was tipping getting up here. I was like, what? But, yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed the vid, like, sub, you know, like, a lot of love to Milwaukee, because, like, you know, like, it showed me a good time when I was there. Easy, no Diddy, not a goddamn Diddy in sight, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.